Henry! Hello, everyone, and welcome to Pokemon X and Y Weekly. This is your host, Henry Gilbert, with
Hollander Cooper.
And so this week's episode, we're going to talk about your new friends.
Like me and Hank.
Yeah, we're your new friends. Made special for X and Y Weekly, just like these characters were made for X and Y. So let's start with your buddy Tierno. So if you've seen some pictures they showed recently of how they give out the starters, he's the slow, somewhat overweight friend of the main character who gives you your starters. Like, he's the one, instead of a professor, who's like, hey, I have a free Pokemon, which
the first one's always free.
Yeah.
He's like your friend who tried to slip you drugs when you were 7.
And don't expect Tierno to be a rival either. He isn't even interested in Pokemon combat. He wants to collect a group of dancing Pokemon to become a dancer with the dancing troupe.
So he's that friend.
I don't know what you mean there. Another one of your pals is Trevor, who seems to be the Ron Weasley of the group. He's got, and by that I mean he has orange hair with green clothes, and he's kind of the nerd of the group, but he's a nerd.
But he is
Pokemon.
going to eventually have sex with Emma Watson.
Yuck. I don't like imagining their pairing, honestly.
Oh, I'm like, where did the yuck come from?
Well, anyway, Trevor's big deal is that he loves his Pokedex, and he says he's going to be the first person to fill the Pokedex out of everyone in his town, and he gives you a Pokedex for free. So he's your Pokedex pal, but don't cross him. I wonder if you do finish the Pokedex in that game and then talk to him. Will he go like, oh, no fair? Will he like kill himself?
Yeah, he disappears, and then you just see his family crying.
We got a note today.
A half-sized grave, a little shoebox.
And then there is Shauna, who she's a peppy young lady, like pink and bows and all this stuff, who's seen at the table with Trevor and Tierno. But she doesn't give you anything. What kind of friend is that? Who doesn't give you something free?
Maybe I bet you she does. I bet you she ends up giving you like your first first Pokeball or something.
Maybe. Well, as from the description so far, she just gives you her enthusiasm, and she's like, "You can do it. Come on!" And though I wonder if she's going to be one of those characters who you just run into every time you beat a gym leader or something, and they say like, "Hey, I'm in town too. How's it going?"
Here's a berry, and then she walks away.
Yeah. Did you know that you can blah 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 blah? And then they leave.
Did you know you can pet your Pikachu? It's true. Mini game, and then they force you to do it.
And then lastly, there's the character who is kind of sort of your rival, maybe. There was no rival character revealed so far, at least. But there is the character Serena and Kayla. And what they are, if you pick a man, the boy character, the girl character will be Serena, who lives next door to you and is also going to be wants to be a Pokemon master. You pick to play a girl character, it'll be Caleb, and they both look like the opposite gender's main protagonist.
Gotcha.
Which they've done in previous games as well.
Sure.
But yeah, I would hope they at least have some character to them. I miss having rivals though that are like, hey, you suck.
Like real rivals instead of these ones that are like, you're my friend. We should have a friendly battle. I want a rival that I'm worried about, like he may lock me in a room with a rabid, like Venusaur that will tear me to shreds.
I miss the one from Gold and Silver who always said, "Smell you later." He was my favorite.
And there's also Diantha, who is a movie star in the Pokemon universe, because apparently people in the Pokemon universe do things other than staring at Pokemon all day. She'll trade Pokemon with you and do some other things that we don't exactly know about yet.
All right, and then lastly, in last week's episode, we asked for what price do you think the Pokemon Bank's annual thing will be. You know what? Everybody just said it would be $5. You were a bunch of smarty pantses who were like, well, it's 500 yen in Japan, so it'll be $5 here. Likely so. But that wasn't a very interesting answer, guys. Come on.
I am also going to say on the record that I don't think they're going to do $5 in America. So in America, we are more And I could be remarkably racist with this comment. I think we are we have more services, especially with gaming, that we're used to paying monthly fees, and it's a harder sell to the Japanese public who doesn't really get into MMOs as much, doesn't get into as many monthly subscriptions as Americans do. I feel like if they were going to do $5 in America, they would just not have a fee. That's just a barrier to entry. I could see them bumping it to $10 to $15 in America, because $5 is such a small drop in the bucket. It would just serve as a barrier for children, whereas they could probably extort a little more.
When 5 feels like nothing, you may as well just go with nothing.
Yeah. All that means is that somebody has to bug somebody for a credit card. That's it for this week's episode, but we do have answers to last week's question when we asked you which new Pokemon you liked best. Sir Floof said, Inkay and Mo. Kevin Weldon said, Talonflame looks awesome. I want it so bad. Steve Corio said, Pancho seems like the bully of the pre-evolved world. G-Wee Fanboy says, Pancham and Novern will be on my team when I get Y for sure. I just hope Novern can be caught early in the game. We hope so too, buddy. We hope so too. Also, be sure to come back for next week's episode to find out if you won the prize from the Tokyo Game Show episode. So be sure to come back for that, and come back to GamesRadar.com and GamesRadar's YouTube for more Pokemon XY coverage.
Hey everybody, this is Pikachu. Thanks for watching. Be sure to check out Super Smash Bros. Wii U Weekly right there.
Kill me.
And then there's also our weekly Radar Plays videos right there.
I'm sick. Pika.
And don't forget to comment, like, and subscribe to us down there.
Pikachu.
That works.